Right everybody, welcome on back to my Football League review from Leagues 1 and 2. Obviously we had international break, so we couldn't obviously talk about the Championship. That's not back till next Saturday, so we had a depleted League 1 fixture list, but full schedule from League 2. So we're going to run through each of the games, give my discussions and what I thought, how the games went, and yeah. So in the first game was a local Yorkshire derby between Doncaster and Rotherham, a 1-1 draw. Probably could have been 3 points for Doncaster. They just couldn't really see out the win, and then a late Kiefer Moore equaliser. Basically, last kick of the game really salvaged a point for Rotherham. I didn't see much of this game. It was an early kick-off, and I was obviously at Cambridge on Saturday, which I'll get onto in the League 2 part of this video. So I think I saw bits of the highlights. Kiefer Moore's goal was a bit of a scrappy goal, but when you're chasing a game, you throw your big man up, obviously, and he's done fantastically well this season. I think 12 goals this season, I think it is for him, so he's done quite well. To get a late equaliser isn't the worst result for Rotherham. Keeps them in the playoff place. It's just in tabs with third and fourth for Charlton, both Charlton and I can't remember who else, but they got 30 points in the last playoff place, so that keeps them in tabs. I think Rotherham won 26, so that's not a bad result for them. Doncaster probably thought they could have won the game, but just failure to see out a game has probably been their problem this season, and it's one of the reasons why they are where they are, really. So moving on. Blackpool 2, Portsmouth 3. It was actually a really good game from the highlights. Good game between two good teams. Obviously, Blackpool had a lot going on this week. Obviously, the Oysters put Blackpool up for sale, which is big news for Blackpool in terms of them moving forward and probably getting more fans back down at Bloomfield Road this season. Obviously, with the Oysters in charge and the recent decline in basically everything that's happened on and off the pitch in the last couple of years has really taken its toll on the gate attendances, and also the fans really turning their back on the club for the fact that it's been really run into the ground. Luckily for them, it's been saved at the right time, where they're starting to get into a more positive frame of mind now. They're starting to move back into League 1, so if they can get a good owner and you can show some good intent and investment, and it's a big club there with lots of potential. It went down 3-2 against Portsmouth. Brett Pitman got 2 goals, fantastic striker. Should be really plying his trade in the Championship. Bit of surprise Ipswich did let him go in the summer, but he's proven that he's really a cut above League 1 level with 2 goals here and a Ben Close goal as well. So managed to get the 3 points. Portsmouth. It's big for them as they're really going to try and probably settle mid-table this season. They're in and around mid-table at the moment. Blackpool drop into the bottom half of the table, currently sitting 13th, occupying the top place in the bottom half. So it's not all problems for Blackpool. Fantastic off the pitch, but they could do probably getting a couple more results on the pitch to keep tabs up with the playoff pack. Not too far off the last place in Rotherham, so if they can get a couple of results, then it could see them lay down a playoff place over the next couple of months. So moving on, Bradford 0, Plymouth 1. Bit of a shock result. This takes Plymouth off the bottom of the League 1 table. Bradford's home form has been fantastic over the past year, which is one of the reasons why they came so close to promotion. They went most of the season without losing at home, but they've suffered 2 losses at home already this season. I think it's Charlton and Plymouth, both at 1-0 deficits. Remy Matthews had saved a penalty as well from Tony McMahon. I think they're brief pause, but Tony McMahon, yep, he had the penalty saved as well, which is probably a bit of a negative thing for Bradford. He's normally quite reliable from the penalty spot in terms of good set-piece deliveries as well. So positive result for Plymouth, who went through with Jake Jervis' goal as well. He's a good winger at this level. He's obviously come up from League 2 with Plymouth, and it's a big result for them. Takes them to the bottom of the table and keeps them in contention to try and stay out this season. It's probably what they would have hoped for, some consolidation, and they're well on the way to potentially achieving that. This is a big win for them, and it could be the turning point of their season. So moving on, Gillingham 1, Bury 1. Bury might feel quite harshly dealt with here. They took the lead in this game right until the end, until Josh Parker got his 4th goal in 3 games with a lovely header like a salmon at the back post. He nodded it in, making it 1-1. Bury had a few chances to really kill the game off at 1-0. Nicky Josie had a chance to make it 2 in the second half. He skied it over the bar from a very decent angle. If he put that in the back of the net, then it could have really been curtains for Gillingham. But when you don't take your chances at 1-0, 1-0 is always going to be a scoreline where the team are always trained by that 1 goal, always going to be back in the game, and luckily for Gillingham, it did get them a positive result. Steve Lovell's done well since going in there as caretaker manager. Personally, I think he'll probably deserve the job on a permanent basis. I don't really think there's many people out there who could do a better job than what he's done so far. He's taken a group who are really low on confidence, and he's really turned it around down there, getting some positive results and keeping them in contention to try and beat the drop as well. As for Bury now, Bury dropped to the bottom of the table, and it's not looking great for them. They still haven't got a first-team manager sorted out yet. They need to get that one sorted fast. They've got good quality on the pitch, but they're playing more as individuals than a team this season, and all the money they invested in the summer is going to be a big loss if they go into League 2 this season. So moving on, MK Dons beat Fleetwood 1-0. Good result for MK Dons for a Chuck's Nike strike. Took his goal really well, come on his left foot and drilled it into the top corner, I'd say. Not the best result for Fleetwood after their midweek excursions on Monday against Crawley, which they kind of really did scrape through in my opinion. They made heavy weather of beating their local non-league rivals, really. Not non-league rivals, but a local potential rival, not too far from Crawley. I think about 40 miles down the road it was to play at Crawley. They made heavy weather of that, and they played quite a decent strength team as well. And that probably did show really coming up against MK Dons, who have not had the best of seasons, been a bit inconsistent. Obviously, Aaron Tish-Bowler's returned to Aston Villa after a disappointing brief loan spell at MK Dons, where he hasn't really failed to get going really. Obviously, he had a red card early on in the season. I can't remember if it was against Blackpool. That's really hindered his progression. He's obviously been a player who's come from plenty of potential after signing from Reading to Aston Villa. A lot of hype and potentials around him, but he hasn't really built on that potential when he's obviously returned to Aston Villa. I don't think he'll get on the first team. But it's positive for MK Dons, who probably going to try and push for a playoff place this season. I'm not too sure down the table. I think they're still occupying the top half. So Robbie Nielsen's done a good job since coming in last year, and he's putting down some good foundations there that they'll probably need in the future. So moving into the next game, Oxford 1, Northampton 2. Big result for Northampton. It's now pushed them out of the relegation zone. So Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's side now with a 3-point cushion on the relegation zone. It's good for them to see. Chris Long took his first goal really well, and obviously Ash Taylor scored the second goal from a corner as well. Oxford's home form hasn't been great this season. It's probably been one of their Achilles' heels. They've not picked up many points home. They've lost quite a few points home. Obviously a 3-3 draw against Charlton weren't too bad, but a couple of other sloppy home results as well. It's not the best away results either. They've got a fantastic group, a good manager down there, but if they want to be hitting the playoffs this season, they need to brush up their home form and make the Castle a bit more of a fortress, really, in terms of, as I said before, if you want to get into the playoffs, your home form's fundamental, or if not that, your away form, so you need to have one of the two. You can't have both quite sloppy. So moving to the next game, another quite a tight game this was. Scunthorpe beat Bristol Rovers 1-0. Good result for Scunthorpe, doing quite well this season. Going about the business quite quietly as they did last year. They really set off the season quite well last year, and it really resulted in getting to the playoff places. Haven't had that amazing start this year, but they're doing okay, and they're moving along quite nicely. Against Bristol Rovers side, they're very up and down. 1 week they can play really well, 1 week they can play really bad. It's that very big inconsistency, which is probably going to affect them. Not really achieving much this season, I wouldn't think, and they're not doing too great in the league, I don't think either. If they want to brush up, if they want to get higher up the table, they need to pick up more consistent results on the road and at home as well, and get a good solid run of wins together, try and problem up the table a bit more. So we're going to go into League 2 now. Barnet lost 1-0 to Colchester United. Sammy Smodix won the goal, really won this game at the Hive in the 83rd minute. He picked the ball up, Sammy Smodix, on his left foot and drilled it in off the post. Positive result for Colchester United now, who are really starting to close the gap on the playoff places. And Barnet are now getting dragged into that relegation dogfight of 3 or 4 other teams, which is probably where they deserve to be after the way they've played the season. They haven't played really well. The likes of John Akinde and Shaquille Coulthurst have been big injury misses for them. Probably where most of their goals would come from this season. John Akinde got a big portion of them last year as well. It's probably one of the reasons why they finished mid-table. But it's not good for Barnet and Colchester. If they can pick up another couple of more better results, they might get into the playoff places just before Christmas, which would be positive for them. And they're looking like they're moving in the right direction. So moving to the next games, Cambridge United 0, Accrington 0. I went to this game yesterday. I was going to vlog it, but 0-0 draw. Wasn't really clear-cut chances. It really wasn't worthy to vlog. First half was quite appalling in my opinion. Wasn't much really that happened. Cambridge didn't really get going until the second half. There wasn't many big chances really. A couple of half chances here and there, but not much to talk about in the first half. Second half was the game really picked up really. Billy Key at the crossbar in the second half from a shot. Jabbo Berry almost scored as well from a Giovanni Brown free kick. He put it in right on the keeper. Jabbo Berry got a touch to it, but the keeper managed to get down well and save it. One of them games really, it could have gone either way, but I thought Cambridge just really deserved the 3 points. I think they had a really good second half. I thought Uche Pizzo up front, he's a really good striker. Maybe I think if they're going to try and challenge for a promotion place, they could probably do with a small nippy striker who can probably get more than 10 goals a season. I don't think they have that potent goal scorer, and that's probably what they're lacking this season. And you can see they are lacking that because they're struggling to put the ball in the back of the net at the moment. They've got no problems defensively, but I think just going forward for them is going to be their downfall this season. So moving into the next game, there's a big score on this one. Carlisle beat Yeovil 4-0. A couple of good goals from Danny Granger, scored an absolute wonder goal for his first goal, and he scored from the penalty spot a bit later on. Hallam Hope also got a goal in this game. And also a red card for Yeovil again. They've also got Olamola, I think that's his name, he's been out suspended for a couple of games after a straight red card the other week as well. So things are not looking too great for Yeovil at the moment. Similar to Barnet, they'll be in that relegation mix as well. And for Carlisle, potential outside bet for a playoff place, I'm not too sure about really, but if they can get mid-table this year, I don't think that'd be too bad, considering the poor start they've had. Home results haven't been too poor for them really, and they're moving in the right direction as well. So into the next game, Charlton 2, Luton 2. Big result for Cheltenham, positive point for them, keeps them in that mid-table mix. A bit disappointing for Luton though really. I really thought after they had a couple of good results a few weeks ago, but they've kind of hit a bit of an inconsistent patch again this season, which is similar to what they did last year, which probably affects them getting anywhere near the automatic places, and probably the reason why they finished in the playoff place as well. Drawing 2-2 at Cheltenham probably was a result they could have looked at the start of the season and thought we could have got 3 points from, but a bit sloppy defensively from a couple of set plays, a couple of long balls direct into the box from Cheltenham did catch out Luton, and probably one of the reasons why they drew the game. So moving to the next game, Coventry 0, Mansfield 1. Big result for Mansfield. Fantastic strike from Alex McDonald, sealed the 3 points. Coventry's home form has been great this season. Similar to most teams in this division, they've been very inconsistent, as of Mansfield this season, who haven't got going. The early season pre-season favourites for the League Two title haven't really fired on all cylinders this season. You might be seeing, this could be a big turning point in their season under Steve Evans, getting a good result up against a very creditable Coventry side, and it could stand him in good stead this season. So moving on, Crawley 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. Kind of a relegation 6-pointer terms of really trying to keep their heads above water this season in this division. Obviously, Forest Green took the lead for a Christian Doyle strike and then Thomas Verbeek strike. Coming back from injury, the big Dutchman popped up with a header right at the end, and 79th minute I think it was, to pick up a point for Crawley. Probably a more positive result for Forest Green. It's just going to try and push them a bit further clear of the relegation places. Both teams probably could have done with 3 points this game, really. As I said, early relegation 6-pointer. And this point could be crucial for either side come May. So moving to the next game, Crewe 1, Lincoln 4. Lincoln really turned up after going a goal down here. They really played some good stuff, scored some absolutely really good goals, and they looked really good on the counter-attack against the Crewe side, who went 1-0 up, but after that, David Artell's side really capitulated, and their form over the last couple of months hasn't been great, really. Plenty of heavy defeats at home, not been doing too well away either, and it's really a big problem for them. As for Lincoln, I think they're up to 8th now in the league in League Two, so a playoff surge is definitely going to do well for them. Fantastic after coming up from the conference last year as well. Just what they needed as well. Probably outdoing expectations for this season as well. So moving into the next game, Exeter 2, Grimsby 0. Solid result for Exeter. Keeps them in tabs of the playoff places and automatic promotion as well. Comfortable 2-0 win against the Grimsby side. They ain't doing too great on the travels, really. Ain't doing too great at home either. Don't really have that main goal scorer. Russell Slater ain't too bad at the back, but when you don't have that much attacking prowess, it's obviously going to cost you in a game. And they've just got to be careful, so they start picking up a few more sloppy results. They could hover above that relegation zone. They don't want to return to the Football League, as they're a big club at Grimsby, and they do not want to be going back down there again. So moving on, we've got Morecambe 2, Wycombe 1. Big result for Morecambe. Needed this in terms of keeping their heads above relegation water as well. First 2 goals I think they scored at home in a long while. I think we're hearing about that as well. Adam McGurk took his goal really well. I can't remember who scored the first goal, but Adebayo, I can remember, the Beast popped up with a goal to give Wycombe a bit of hope towards in the last 5 minutes, but it wasn't really enough. Good result for Morecambe. Not the best result for Wycombe in terms of them trying to keep tabs in their playoff places. I think they're still currently in the playoff places, but they should have really. These are top teams they should be beating if they want to try and consolidate in a promotion place this season. So moving into the penultimate game, we had Stevenage 1, Notts County 1. Danny Newton fired Stevenage into a first half lead in this game. Wasn't much talk about it until Elliot Hewitt popped up with a second half equaliser for Notts County, which is a good point for them. Don't think they're really at their best, but getting a point away from home when you're playing a bit ugly, it's going to do well for them. Still in the top 2, I think it is. So automatic promotion is definitely on the agenda for them. Kevin Dolan's done fantastically well as well, turning his club around after a relegation threatened season last year. To do it in such a short space of time shows his management skills and how good he is, really. Stevenage, not too far off the playoffs, but not too far off mid-table either. Mixed review for them, really. And finally, into the last game, we had a big score draw here. Swindon Town 2, Chesterfield 2. Chesterfield probably could have felt they could have won this game. I thought the penalty appeal right at the end was a bit harsh, really. Didn't seem like there was much contact in that, really. Obviously, Christian Dennis scored his 10th of the season to make it 2-1. Luke Norris got the equalising penalty right at the end. Not a bad result for Chesterfield, but probably could have felt like it was 2 points dropped instead of 3 points instead of a point gained, really. And as for Swindon, they're still occupying in around that playoff places, but as again, similar to Notts County, similar to Wycombe and Notts County, they should be beating these type of teams. They really want to try and progress on and try and get into a playoff place or even a promotion place. So there we go, guys. There's my Leagues 1 and 2 review. If you want to see more of this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more EFL content, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.